Hey guys, okay, so now I'm here to do my long-awaited and most requested how I take care of my hair video. Now I did do one of these before, and I'll put the link down in the bottom. It's a how to care for relaxed hair video. It was before when I was doing it on my webcam, which is not the best quality, but I've changed my routine around a lot since then. So yeah, I want to tell you guys what I do. So first of all, I want to give you a little bit of Hair 101, which is determining whether you have coarse or fine hair, or maybe you have in the middle hair. So what determines whether your hair is more coarse or is fine? It means that whether your cuticle is flat or not. The flatter your cuticle, the finer your hair is, which basically just means the smoother your hair is. So, you know, sometimes when people straighten their hair, it's still not really straight. It's like, you know, it might not be super shiny, and that's how you get the shiny look when your cuticle is more flat. Yeah, so just an FYI, I would sit here and break down for you guys like who has more coarse hair and who usually tends to have more fine hair, but I don't want to offend anybody, so I'm not going to do that. But you should know if you have more coarse or fine hair. But there are things you can do to keep your hair shiny and stuff like that. So I will do a natural hair care video if you want me to, because like I said, I've had all different hairstyles and stuff like that. I've had highlights, I've had relaxer, I have had my hair natural, I've had dreadlocks, I've had braids, I've had literally every hairstyle. I haven't had clip-in hair extensions, but that's coming soon, so I'm going to try those out and tell you guys what I think about them. But, okay, let's get into what I do with my hair. So, oh, really quick too, relaxers. I have a relaxer, and I do my relaxer at home when I'm broke, but a lot of times I go to the salon. What you want to know about when you're doing your relaxers at home, and this is a mistake I think a lot of people make, they don't use the right materials. If you don't have really thick hair, don't use, or if you don't have really coarse hair, don't use the maximum strength relaxer, because it's really going to be too harsh for your hair. I say when you're doing it at home, I use mild to normal. Just because you're doing it at home, I just don't think it's the safest thing unless you're a hairdresser. Even then, you can't see the back of your head. You want to make sure you're not damaging the hair that's not relaxed on your head and stuff like that if you're going to do it at home. And when I do it at home, it's just like a little, you know, it's in between perms when I, you know, either don't have enough money or don't have enough time to go to the salon and get it done. So, yeah. And you want to make sure you use the right shampoo. You want to use a neutralizing shampoo because the relaxer is a base, the shampoo is an acid. When you put them together, they neutralize each other. But if you don't use the acid the acidic shampoo, it won't. Your hair will be soft, and it won't. It'll be kind of damaged and really weak. That's what I mean. It'll be really weak, so you just don't want to do that. And also, you don't want to use the neutralizing shampoo after you've washed your hair, because if you do, it's just acid, so it's going to be damaging your hair slowly and drying it out more and more and more. Okay, so you want to have the right tools. Definitely, here are some tools that I recommend, hair tools. These are the basic things I use. I use this rat tail comb for just sectioning my hair. You never, never, never want to comb your hair with this. I see a lot of girls doing this. They keep this with them at school. They're constantly combing their hair, and it's thinning your hair out. It is thinning your hair out. It's breaking your ends off. You don't ever want to use this kind of comb to actually comb out your hair. Never. What I will do sometimes is if I feel like my ends are feeling kind of scraggly, I'll pull this through with the flat iron above it so it'll really smooth out my ends. But other than that, I never use that. Then, when your hair is wet, you definitely want to use a wide tooth comb on your hair. And if you do feel like you need to keep a comb with you or something with you at school or when you're out, you bring a wide tooth comb. And you have to make sure that you're combing and brushing your hair correctly. I'm going to get to that in a second though. Then you have a vent brush, which this is great for when you're blow drying your hair. Yeah, I usually just use it for when I'm blow drying my hair. Now, if I haven't had a relaxer in a while, I'll use this brush because this really grabs at my roots and makes them straight. And to show you how to properly brush and comb your hair, it's the same no matter what tool you're using, but I'm just going to use the comb because it's right here. You start at the bottom and then you work your way up, because that makes it smoother, and that means, you know, if you have a knot up here, you're not ripping the knot through your hair. You want to slowly, gradually detangle the hair. I mean, and after I do my whole process, that one day, I don't use these tools again, unless I'm going to tease my hair, but I don't use the tools. I usually use my hands, and your fingers are the most gentle and the best thing you can do for your hair, to style it and stuff like that. And all those little quick hairstyles I show you guys, I use my hands because it's the easiest thing to work with and it doesn't damage your hair. Another thing, when you're using these kind of hair elastics, make sure they're the thick ones, because when you use the too thin ones, they're actually sawing off your hair, and you might not think about it like that, but they are. And also, when you are putting the band in your hair, you see that little bit of glue that's in the center of that? You hold the glue, because the glue will actually snag your hair and rip it out. And once again, you don't want that. Also, you need to get a good blow dryer and a good flat iron. I don't know if this is not the best flat iron. I've had the Chi before and I really liked it, and I want to buy another one, but mine broke because of the flood and stuff like that, and I just didn't buy another one. But this is the WeGo. I think this is like $20. It's actually not a bad flat iron. I use it now, and my hair is shiny and stuff. It's not damaged. But make sure you get a ceramic one. If you have coarser hair, definitely get one that goes up to 400 heat. Never go anywhere above that. 350 will usually do the job, but if your hair is really coarse, or if it's natural, then you definitely want to go to a higher heat setting. It's better to use a higher heat setting less often than a low heat setting and having to go over your hair a bunch of times. And then you want a good blow dryer. It needs to be at least 2,000 watts, and this is the Conair Infinity Pro blow dryer, and I like to use the concentrator attachment because that'll help really get to the roots and get them really dry and stuff like that. Then what else? Okay, so and then definitely some clips. These are going to help you section off your hair when you're going to straighten it and stuff like that. Now, the most important thing is conditioning your hair when you have a relaxer, because it does dry your hair out. So I always use this coconut oil on my hair. Every time I wash it, I cut a little piece of this off, because you see it's like a block. I cut a little piece of this off, put it in a mug, and put it in the microwave, and then I just put the oil all over my hair, comb it through, and I put on a plastic cap, which is like, you know, like a shower cap or whatever, and I'll leave it on there for 15 minutes. If my hair is feeling really dry, then I will leave it on overnight, and then wash it out in the morning. And I wash and condition. After I do the oil, I condition again after I wash my hair, because I really don't think you can condition your hair enough. Now, I would say if you're using something with protein in it, you can really over dry your hair if you use too many of those protein and keratin products. But if you're just using a standard conditioner, then you should be okay. Now, I use the L'Oreal Everstrong Reconstruct Shampoo and Conditioner. This is great. You shouldn't have to wash your hair twice. I think I've had to once, but usually I don't have to wash it more than one time after I use the oil. And then I will use this and just leave it on your hair for like 2 minutes in the shower while you shave your legs or wash the rest of your body, and you should be good. Another thing, these run out fast. The shampoo doesn't run out so fast for me, but the conditioner does. Sometimes, a lot of times, most drugstores will have a sale on L'Oreal products. At least one will have a sale on their products every weekend. So just check your local or your Sunday paper or whatever for coupons and stuff like that, because they are $6.99 a piece, and to, you know, run out of those in like 1 month kind of sucks. And I only wash my hair once a week, so, you know, when you think about it. And when I say I wash my hair once a week, I say every 5 to 7 days. You just don't want to over dry it and stuff like that. So yeah. And what else? Okay, so after I wash and dry my hair and stuff like that, what I do is I just wring the extra water out of my hair. I usually just use my hand. But then if you feel like more comfortable using a towel, just squeeze the water out of your hair. You don't rub. Rubbing is bad, because not only do you rough up your cuticle, but you can also create split ends, and that's not a good thing. Okay, so after that, my hair can get pretty dry once I use the towel, and then I spray, I'm sorry, I don't spray, I pump a little bit of the serum in my hand, and that's a night serum, but I use it during the day. I really don't think it makes a difference. Just use a serum. And then a foaming wrap lotion. I use that, and I know it's normally for when you set your curls under a dryer, but I use it daily, not daily, every time I wash and blow dry my hair, because it makes your blow dry more smooth. And then I put the heat tamer spray in it, the Tresemme heat tamer spray, and I just let it air dry till it's mostly dry, and then I get my blow dryer and I blow dry my hair. And then I wait for a little while after I blow dried my hair. I let my hair cool down and everything, and then I bring in the flat iron and I flat iron my hair. Now, like I said, I put mine at the highest heat setting, and I only go over it twice at the most. You don't need to keep going over the one piece of hair. It's bad for your hair, and I know it's like, oh, it's getting smoother and smoother, but it might feel like that for the moment, but the next day or so, maybe even in a couple hours, your ends will be kind of fried. So I just wouldn't do that. And I mean, after you've done all that, I just go to sleep or go out or whatever I'm doing. But when you go to sleep, definitely use something to cover your hair, because when the cotton and the ends of your hair meet, they create friction. So that starts to make your ends fray. And I just don't think it's a good idea to sleep without something. Now, if you got a satin pillowcase, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Which is actually a good option too, especially if you're not good at wrapping your hair, because I wasn't at the beginning. But what I did was I got clips like this, the duckbill clips, and I just clipped my hair all the way up, because it's hard, especially if you have layers, because they'll fall and stuff like that. And I just put the scarf on and I wrap my hair with it. Another thing you can do is use a bonnet, and bonnets are great if you have curls, if your hair is curled, because it kind of keeps your curls intact. Because my curls last like an entire week. Sometimes they can last even longer. So just be aware of that. And I want you guys to let me know. I know this is kind of in the middle of what I'm talking about, but let me know if you like my quick hairstyle videos. It seems like you guys kind of do. I don't know. But I can do more of those, because since I only do my hair once a week, I have like a lot of hairstyles I do throughout the week. You know, just so my hair doesn't look boring and stuff like that. So I just try different stuff. Okay, and I think this is lastly. If you are curling your hair, I'm sorry, this isn't lastly. These are two finishing products. This is the Smooth and Shine Polishing Spray. This is a great spray-on polisher. It really just adds shine to your hair, especially if your hair isn't shiny naturally. Yeah, a really chromy effect, which is good. And then I use the Tresemme hairspray. This is like $2.80 at Big Lots. It's a good hairspray. It's fine. I used to use the Chi hairspray, which was good too. Just make sure you don't use too much, especially if you have relaxed hair, because it does have alcohol in it, so it can dry your hair out somewhat. But I find that it's not too drying to the point where my hair feels like crunchy or anything. And I would definitely stay away from those crispy sprays, like those spritzes and stuff. Definitely stay away from those. And also stay away from grease. I don't use grease. I don't think there's a need to use grease. If you moisturize your hair enough, your hair will be shiny and healthy and stuff like that. Grease doesn't really do anything. It doesn't moisturize your hair. It basically would just hold in any moisture you have. But if you don't have moisture to begin with, then you're not holding anything in. Oh, crap. Okay. I think I'm getting close to time. Okay, and another thing I do myself is I trim my hair. Now, I think I'll just do a separate video of me teaching you guys how to trim your own hair, so just let me know. But just make sure you have some really good scissors if you're going to trim your hair. These ones were $20 at Sally's, and they have like a little fun print and stuff on them. So yeah, just make sure you invest in your hair. I know sometimes buying all these products can seem like really expensive, but if you wait for deals, you can get pretty good deals and stuff. Because this is actually a really good blow dryer. The only thing is it's a little heavy, but this is a good blow dryer, and it was it came out to be like $27 with tax. Normally $30, but Ulta was having a sale this weekend. So it's normally $35, but we got it for cheaper. So just look for stuff like that. And just be aware of your hair, you know, like you should know when it's getting drier. You should know when it's time to wash it and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later, and remember to tell me what you think about quick hairstyles. Tell me anything you want me to do. Should you have to do a cute ponytail and stuff like that? I have a lot of hairstyles I do throughout the week that I can show you how to do. Okay guys, talk to you later. Bye!